Hey, a lot of people thought I was crazy when I did this, but and I don't want nobody to think I was preparing to die, because it's the furthest thing from it. What just happened to Nipsey Hussle, young, powerful, influential, all of the potential in the world, reminds us that there's some evil people in the world, for one. And for two, it reminds us that other than us having a will in place and saying, if I die naturally, if I get killed, if I die in a car accident, if anything happens to me, whether you're an entertainer, celebrity, or not, if anything happens to me, this is who get the car, this is who get this money, this is who get the house, and all of this stuff about planning your life after life. So that's exactly what I did. People thought I was crazy. People thought I was being inconsiderate of my wife or baby mama or whatever. But I created a program called Life After Life. And what does that mean? If you ever heard of chemotherapy treatments, when people get cancer, they have to do chemo. And when they do chemo, whether you female or male, they ask you to go to a sperm bank and drop off your kids. Or, in a woman's case, their eggs, because you what do you call it, impotent or infertile, you become inactive in that reproduction area. So instead of me saying this is who gets this money, this is who gets the house and materialistic things, I went and put sperm in the sperm bank. I work on movie sets where shit is blowing up and exploding. We've lost Heath Ledger. We lost Brandon Lee. We've lost a lot of celebrities, rappers, entertainers, actors. Some die of natural causes. Others die when they get killed or something really bad happens. So the program is called Life After Life. Anybody that's a police officer in the armed services, firefighters, people that put their life on the line literally every single day. If you have a wife at home and she ends up being a widow, I've decided that I don't want to go rush and have 7, 8 kids thinking that I'm going to die. So I put my kids in the sperm bank. And I don't even, people will never understand this, but it has done so much for my confidence about living. Because if anything happens to me, I know that I have literally left my wife with other kids that she may decide to have. She don't have to, but it's available. My kids are available. And I left a portion of my will and my estate to my unborn kids. Now, I would love for y'all to chime in and talk about this in the comments. I've already told Vin Diesel about this, talked to Ludacris, I talked to Paul Walker, I talked to Will Smith about this. I've been spreading the word forever to all of my brothers in entertainment to say, man, if John Voight won an Oscar and then he ends up making Angelina Jolie as his daughter and she won an Oscar, it says a lot about the talent that's in the bloodline, baby. Think about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, and now they got their 2 kids running around with all these genius talents, doing all the things that they doing. It's in the bloodline. Think about NFL players that have made NFL players. Think about Stephon Curry, mom and dad, who's now got 2 sons in the NBA, both competing in the Western Conference Finals. Look at The Game, the rapper, with his beautiful kids. Look at Diddy with all of his beautiful kids. Him and Kim Porter, rest in peace. I'm just saying. Now, this is the part that gets a little twisty. And I'm announcing my shit early. And please, guys, I know this shit sound twisted. Some people call it narcissistic. Some people call it all kind of twisted shit. Some people like, what I look like having your kids if you die? Do you have any idea how many women out here may have 1 or 2 kids and then their husband suddenly gets killed or hurt on the job, and they had plans, keyword, they had plans on making other kids, but this untimely death got in the way of them making more kids? And the justification that I came up with, look, man, God forbid if somebody, me or somebody I know have cancer, you got to go drop your kids off at the sperm bank anyway. And then I found out that it only costs $6 a month to store the sperm in the sperm bank. So all I'm saying to you is I put my kids in the sperm bank and I've already paid for 30 years. 30 years. And then I said something else. Think about this for a second. Now, again, this is twisted because that's who I am. I'm twisted. I don't think normal. That's why I'm successful. If you found out that, rest in peace, Tupac or Paul Walker left sperm in the sperm bank, what would you do? Hey, Archie, when the horses win all of the races, they call them what? Triple Crown winners? They win Kentucky Derby, this and that. They call it a Triple Crown, right? Triple Crown. Now, did you know, Arch, that if a horse wins a Triple Crown, they sell the sperm for like $2-3 million? Did you know that? $3 million for the sperm of a Triple Crown winner so that they can potentially go make other horses that would win the Triple Crown. Now, if one of these women out here, because you know women out here making more money than men these days, if one of these women that's worth $30-40 million, whether you black or white, and you single with no kids, and you found out that Tupac left some sperm in the sperm bank and it was for sale. My God! So that's what I did, man. I said to my wife, if you decide you don't want to have my kids, if anything ever happened to me, God forbid, I don't plan on dying anytime soon, but we are reminded every day there's wild shit going on out here in the world. If you found out, if I tell my wife, you know, here are my kids I left for you, please. I want more sons, more daughters. I want to just keep my legacy alive, please. And she decided to do it, I'd be blessed. But if she says no, if Tyrese's kids in the sperm bank are for sale, I know this shit is twisted as hell, but I just want y'all to think about it. Tupac had sperm that he put in the sperm bank, and that was for sale. And you got all the money in the world. What would you do, ladies? So, I don't know. I'm different. I just be thinking about some wild shit. I don't plan on dying. I love life. I love living. But life is unpredictable. I definitely want to know y'all thoughts on this. Please chime in the comments.